Welcome to Love Lies and Lace Fronts. Here we do reviews and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, hit your notification bell, be active in the comments, and don't forget to like this video. If you're already part of the family, don't forget to like this video and share it with your social media. Thanks again for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in the comments. Hey guys. Hey, how are you? Guys, I am live and I'm coming to you with no camera today. I'm sure you're going to be all super heartbroken about that, but it's going to be okay. How is everybody doing? Let me come over to the live. I'm over on the STREAMYARD side and I can never see on that one. So just a second. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Hey Anna. Hey Nicole. Hi Gigi. Hi T Loving and Living Life. Hi JB. Hey B Kirkpatrick. How's everything going? Yeah, guys, I just didn't feel like putting on any clothes today. I'm just, and I have on pants, by the way. I mean, we do wear pants up in here, but yeah, it's Friday, it's raining. Hey Miss OKC, how are you? Hey Platinum Fox, hey Destiny, what is going on, guys? It's Friday. Hey Erica, how are you? Hey Cat in the Hat. How's everyone? Hey Destiny. I think I said Destiny. Hi Mean Mabes, how are you? Hi Alyssa. Guys, thank you to all of my members who are here right now. Members, you didn't have to, but you did. And I thank you so much because it means a lot. And moderators, you guys are awesome. I appreciate your service. Thank you very much, guys. They keep everything sane and friendly around here, so you guys can chat and have a good time and don't have to be bothered with trolls. Hi Miss Tika. Hi Yvette Ortiz. Hi Loving Myself. How are you? What is the topic today? Well, let's not rush things, okay? But if you need a topic, well, have a seat and we'll figure that out along the way. It's Friday and you see the title. Real we're gonna put you off to the side for a second, see if you are is it real or I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, you're gonna be on the bench for a minute. Come back friendly and we're gonna, because yeah, it's I don't give a F Friday. So yeah, I'm not, yeah. We're not playing today. Yeah, it's actually the high school dropout edition today. Payday means shopping. Girl, it's gonna be it's probably going to be a slow YouTube day because people are getting their YouTube checks. Those are being deposited as we speak around the world. And whoever didn't have any cash, and it's Friday too, people are going to be out in these streets. You're going to see these vlogs. Everybody's going to be at Walmart and this place and that place. So, yeah. Exactly, Jasmine. The topic is it's Friday. Yes. And shouts out to all the high school dropouts. I know that we've had quite a few go through their continuing education programs, get their high school diploma, which is awesome, their GED. I just got a text from someone who says that they are in bed, they are not feeling well, and Godspeed to you, and you will be well before you know it. So yes, I got your text, and we are good. I hear you, and this one's for you. So yeah, this one is for you. This is the high school dropout edition. And the reason why is because I realized, there's a lot of reactors out here that or just people in this sector. Y'all, some of the most vicious ones. I don't know if that's like a common thread. They're just mad. I don't know. Maybe they were just busy in high school. They couldn't make it to that finish line, and I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just found out that someone who says that they went to college, somebody who says, who has a really high opinion of themselves, from what I understand, because I got like a nice little email. It's nice when you get those emails that you don't expect with I don't know if it's facts or not, but I guess that doesn't really matter anymore, right? Just some information. But yeah, people are interesting. It's so funny. I was looking through some comments. I was hanging out on these YouTube streets last night, just going around, and that's never really any good. Hi Maria, hi Sherry. It's never really a good thing to do. But when you start going through some of these videos, then you start reading the comment section, it's like, whoa, yeah. Oh, I didn't know you felt like that. It's interesting. But yeah, I don't really do that much, but I do from time to time, just to kind of get a flavor or a feel. Hey, Cheryl Waz, how are you? Get a feel for what's going on. And it's interesting. But yeah, there's just, I don't know. I think people like to try to expose others, and then of course they don't like their tea dropped either. I mean, who does? It's awful, Sherry. It's awful. And it kind of makes you into, if you let it, that type of person. Ooh, I love Shein shopping, by the way, Sherry. I saw that. Hey, pretty dope. How are you? It kind of makes you into like, or you kind of just fall into like protection mode. And when you're in protection mode, you feel like, well, I've got to protect myself, right? You feel like you've got to protect yourself. So it stands to reason that sometimes, stuff just kind of falls in your lap. And it's interesting. Excuse me, Mom. Just a second, dear. Guys, hold on a second. My daughter needs me. Just a minute. Okay. Hey, guys, sorry about that. Farah is in between math and specials. You're eating crackers and Nutella. I had Panera. Yeah, it just kind of makes you, hey, Truth. Oh, Truth hurts. Hey. What's going on? Yeah, guys, my tolerance today is super low. So, excuse me. I'm just going to preface that. So it is what it is. Yeah, oh yeah, the Fox. Well, Mean Mabes, of course, yeah, she knows when I'm live, when she comes in, of course I'm gonna put you guys on mute. So no, that's the system that we worked out. Um but in terms of like what's going on the YouTube streets, I just wanted to kind of address it. So let me start off with this. So I don't know if Courtney Fixing Mommy is out here. Courtney Fixing Mommy, are you here? If you are, if you're sitting in the bushes, maybe you're working, let me know if you're here. Let me just check my email one last time. We had the cat. There you are. Hi, Courtney. How are you? Hey. Okay. So yeah, guys, it's so funny. So I put the Cash App question of the day, or of the week rather, on Wednesday. And I asked for, I think it's a $20 Cash App, to count the amount of thumbnails that I'm featured on, with me or just anyone else. And I think that's what we all counted. And we had one person participate. And because probably, I don't know if anyone even ventured to go over there, because I know a lot of you guys go to, watch over at the at that channel. And the count was over 30. And to be exact, 33. 4,958. Surefire, you're a little bit high. That's a little high, but and those are going to be some of the top count videos. Those are the videos. And keep in mind, we're not talking about Strong Mommy Chrissy here. Like, we're not talking about someone who has a channel of over 100,000 subscribers. I have 2,500 plus subscribers, and I hit the 2,000 threshold maybe just a couple 4 months ago. I don't know. This channel may have gotten monetized in March. This channel is 7 months. Well, okay, so not just Love Lies and Lace Fronts. Let's go back to Francoise vlogs. But yeah, so okay. So yeah, 33 videos on a channel that doesn't even have 3,000 subscribers. I don't know how many of Olivia, Strong Mommy Chrissy, Jasmine, but over 30. Now, it's just weird. Anyway, Courtney, thank you for participating. Thank you for taking the time. And I will be sending you your Cash App. Congratulations. You are the Cash App winner. Yeah, JB, it is a lot. And I did it really to prove a point on Wednesday that despite being regularly lampooned and whatever, I'm not even going to use the words. You guys call it whatever you guys are going to call it. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But this is a woman who misrepresents herself and her daughter. Guys, I don't know if any of you guys are medical or psychiatric therapy professionals out here in the realm of family therapy and psychiatry, the phenomena of a woman who denies her children, her elder children are her children, and or is fixated upon, I guess it's, maybe that is classic narcissism, I don't know, but someone who just doesn't want to be their age, somebody who doesn't want to be who they are and are fixated on who other people are. And in this particular sector was able to be, have some modicum of success after many, many failures of YouTube channels and even graduating high school. But I guess the destiny was fulfilled because Quinn finished high school. But, Quinn and Craig never got married. And her baby's father he might be a soldier, but he's not a soldier in this United States Army. He's more of like a street soldier. He's more like a paper bag, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not, these people are not who they say they are. They absolutely are not. Jackie, I think you wish you'd been married 3 times. I think you were married once. And, there's a lot to this story, guys. And this isn't like I'm dropping all the tea today. But like I said, if they want to talk, I can talk. You want to make crap up? I don't have to make anything up. Because this is, I got the facts. Prove me wrong. But you guys are not who you say you are. You guys are frauds, basically. The fraud and the scams and all of the things that they accuse other people of doing out here, fantasy fiction, fairy tales. I even saw something where somebody had something to say about, my reputation crumbling. Yeah, if you've got about 20 people, look, there's a whole culture of reaction videos out here. And I mean, I participate in it. So did I put myself in the direction of reaction videos? I really didn't know that this is what this whole thing kind of panned out to be when I first started doing it. Really, when I first started reacting on Olivia, actually my very first reaction video, for those of you guys who are members, over on Francoise Vlogs, the first, when Kaya, if any of you guys watch T.S. Madison, when Kaya and T.S. Madison used to, they used to go live together and they fell out, I was on my way to work and I started talking to you guys like, oh my God, did you guys see that last night? Oh my God, Kaya walked off, is she going to come back? Because I really enjoyed T.S. Madison, but I really liked T.S. Madison and Kaya together. They were just so funny. And I really enjoyed the time that they spent and how funny their lives were. And that really was my first reaction video because like my husband was like, I don't want to talk about that. I mean, he watched it with me a little bit and he thought it was funny, but as far as like, I knew people were watching and I knew people were live, but it really seemed like people like knew each other in the live chat. And I really wasn't like a live chatter back then. I didn't really know how to get into it. So I wanted to start my YouTube channel and that was kind of the start of my YouTube channel. And it's very like raw and bad. So any of you guys who are members over at Francoise Vlogs, check it out. And I was probably about 65, 70 pounds heavier. So for all of you guys who think it's so funny to see a overweight woman looking very uncomfortable, go ahead and smash that join button. And make sure you join the vault level, because that is where you will see that video. So you are more than welcome to head on over there. And guys, let's get these likes up. I think we're at roughly about 29 likes, and that just will not do with 110 people in this live. Let's go ahead and get these likes up so I can continue with my story. And if you guys want to hear some more TT on the on Miss Jackie and Miss Quanisha, go ahead, hit that like button and, register your vote. But guys, there's no fairy tales going on over here. I am a real person. I am a complex individual. I like to have a good time. I have worked many years in corporate America, and it's not all corporate over here at this house. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, people think that you have to be a certain way all the time. I am quite sure, I don't know, Cardi B, I'm quite sure your boss isn't the same way that they are at the office as they are at home. There are people who let their hair down. There are people who ride motorcycles. There's people who, are artists. There are people who, I don't know, play in bands. There are people who do lots of different things. We all have multi levels to our personalities. If you are one way all the time and don't deviate from that, that's a very hard life to live. And I'm sure you're probably extremely unhappy. People can be the way that they are. And because that doesn't suit what you think someone should be, doesn't make them phony. That actually makes them more real. So you guys are used to seeing people, playing on TV. But when you see somebody who actually shows you multiple sides of themselves, and to actually believe that that's not real, you guys are mistaken. Gemma, when you're saying those ladies are mean, they're harsh, evil, and they laugh at people's downs. Exactly. I'm not really sure how this narrative got started. Just to fast forward back a bit, about when my husband got arrested, I guess 3 weeks ago now, that I said that it was mistaken identity. What I said was that when my husband's cousin was arrested, he used my husband's name. Because my husband is not in the system, my husband was arrested maybe 20 years ago on a pot charge, less than half an ounce. So I don't know how many of you out there have smoked pot before and got pulled over, arrested with a blunt or a joint. I don't know, but my husband's over 40 years old now. He doesn't smoke pot anymore. I mean, guys, like, for some reason, I guess everybody on YouTube is perfect and nobody has smoked pot, but, including the president of the United States, the former Barack Obama, along with Bill Clinton and however many other people, George Bush, have all smoked pot, and admittedly so. Okay. So it's 2020 and it's not that big of a deal anymore. Plus, it's also legal in many states. Okay. So on top of that, I never said that it was mistaken identity. What I said was his identity was used. And there have been many people to email me and disclose to me that that's happened to their family members, that this is things that have happened before. At the end of the day, this person is facing some really serious crimes. And because this person had been using my husband's name, it's a little bit of turning back a wheel to clear what damage this person has been done. What damage has been done by this person, rather. And to think that on your timeline, things in my life, my real life, are supposed to turn around at the drop of a hat because that's what happened to you or that's what you think you know, you guys can go and take like a long walk off a short pier. Like, I don't care. Like, we're living this. And when it gets cleared up, trust and believe, I will talk about this again. But after this time, I'm not talking about it anymore because, again, it's not really my story to tell. This is all happening to us, but this is really happening to someone who I love very much, which is my husband. And it's affecting his family, which is me and his daughter and you know, our dog and his mom and dad and everybody else, right? And the person who's going to be held accountable for this will be held accountable, and they will be going to court on the day that is assigned. But for someone, and you know who you are, who admittedly has smoked crack, lived in campgrounds, have done lots of things that most women just won't do, think that you're going to head things off from people talking about your husband and what your family's been up to. Yeah, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care. You are really not relevant to me, but the constant barrage of worrying about what someone is doing who has half of the subscribership that you do, like if you would spend more time managing your channel than figuring out what the fuck is going on over at my house, maybe with your 6,000 and 7,000 subscribers, you could actually get the views that I do. Maybe when you have a live, you could get more than like 25 people to show up. You know, at the end of the day, I've got less than half of the subscribers you do, but I have more of the activity because you know what? I sit here and I work. I talk to my audience. I engage them. I provide them content that they're interested in hearing about. Now, Jackie and Quinn, I'll be getting back to you in just a second, but I'm going to park over here for a second because I heard that somebody wants to let their tea out about what the hell they got going on. Nobody cares. You selling out your family one more time to drop your own tea, nobody cares. No one really cares. I think people would care more to find out that you got braces and went to the dentist and got your teeth cleaned, okay? I think people would care more that maybe you went to like some sort of, I don't know if it's speech therapy that can help you get rid of that godforsaken, disgusting laugh that you have. Maybe take a few more classes at that rinky-dink college that you go to and maybe learn how to tell a coherent story that people actually want to listen to. You know, you've dropped so much tea on yourself, but nobody's still not interested. I live a very plain Jane, vanilla, Southern woman working, not on welfare, corporate mom, brownie, Girl Scout, making pancakes and waffles, seafood, boil life over here as a wife. Never turned out by my husband on anything other than just being soaked into lots of love in his arms and being his wife for over 6 years now. Yes. And monogamous. Yes. Thank you. I don't get it. You know, never talked about you, but yet for some reason, I'm just So unbelievable, I need to be debunked. Okay. Debunk. Whatever. I don't care. It doesn't really, it of course it bothers it, it would bother anybody to have somebody like constantly poking, prodding, picking, whatever. Um but then of course, like once the stun wears away, it's just kind of like, okay, whatever. Um but yeah, nobody cares. Yeah, no one cares about what's going on over there. No one cares. Like I said, go to the dentist, get those teeth fixed, learn how to laugh and talk like a lady, and stop chasing me around the mulberry bush. Okay? Now, back to you, Jackie. Jackie, stop telling people about college and all those things because, girl, you don't even have a high school diploma. So you need to stop. Stop and stop. And Quinn, girl, like I said the other day, I kept having to talk about other stuff, and I guess, gosh, is that typical that people just start talking about you and then they just kind of forget what they were talking about? But girl, that whole video series of you having your last baby, girl, you was at the hospital all by yourself, and your soldier, your street living baby father, girl, um I went and looked at his Facebook today, and girl, you're not the one featured on that Facebook page anymore. He and took you off months ago, and there was another black woman on there. So I guess that's his type. And I'm assuming, he's your type. But girl, just stop. The hypocrisy, it's not even, yeah, it's not even just hypocrisy, it's just a shame. Like, y'all, stick to the program. At the end of the day, there's some channels that are big. And myself, I don't sit up there and roast Chrissy. I don't sit up there and roast Olivia. You can go back and watch my videos. I have always talked about, guys, this is what happened. They talked about this, and this is what I think. And maybe sometimes a little bit of personal critique, like, girl, you could be doing so much better for yourself, or girl, oh, that outfit was so cute, or maybe that was a little bit too tight. I have never had to sit and really roast people because that's just not my thing. Now, I'm not criticizing anybody who does. That's okay. Everybody has their own style, right? And I just feel like for whatever reason, people have tried to create a narrative around me being stuck up, me being so on a pedestal, me being part of some fairy tale. Look, I never said, hey guys, once upon a time, there was a fairy princess named Francoise, and she married the Prince Charming Rahim. Okay, never said that. And they lived happily and perfectly ever after. But my channel is also not, girl, I had diarrhea last week. Girl, did you know X, Y, or Z? I've shared stuff with you guys. I told you guys that, I've been laid off before. I've told you guys that I have lost a job. I've really never been fired from a job. But have I been laid off? Of course. I work in human resources. When companies slow down, companies, contract, when companies have to start laying off or companies lose business, who's the first people that get laid off? The recruiters. If you're a specialist in HR and your company is not hiring, they're firing, okay? Ever notice that? So I've never said I was perfect. I've never said me and my husband, oh my God, we've got this perfect thing. But you know what? For us, it is. And be so quick to get married. Jackie, excuse me. I'm in my 40s. So no, bitch, I wasn't quick to get married. I didn't get pregnant right after high school. I wasn't getting married right in college. Now, shouts out to anyone who did. That's what's called your business, right? The end of the day, I had a baby at 40 years old with a man that I'd known for quite some time. Okay? With a man who'd been married, and the marriage did not work out. But he decided that marriage was a good thing and marriage was still for him, and wanted to take a second chance at this thing called love and marriage, and chose me. Okay? He is not a paid employee by yours truly. I don't pay this man, and he doesn't pay me. We are doing this thing together. He works to support me and his daughter along with himself and his household. Okay? So something that you might not know anything about while you're outside mowing your lawn, because my husband mows all the lawns around here. Okay? We have a front yard, a side yard, and a backyard, and he mows all of it willingly. Did Jackie say she was married 3 times? Yes. And from what I understand, she was only married once. She wasn't so lucky to even get married 3 times. She got married once, and there's multiple babies' fathers. So her talking about Chrissy, this is all fantasy, guys. It's all anything for clout. She summed it up herself. She's doing anything for clout because they've done anything to have a successful channel. Guys, when you guys get up to, I'm going to say, let's just say like at least 80 likes, we can keep it moving. But until then, I'm going to start to read some of these comments because there's 150 people in here. 150, well, yeah, 150-ish. That's, something that Toothy knows nothing about. And girl, like I said, you will break the fucking internet when you get some braces. So I would suggest get that Medicaid dental insurance poppin', get you over to the dentist, get a good cleaning and actually a deep cleaning and polish, get some braces or Invisalign, and get that rack taken care of, because that mouth needs some attention. And at your age and you wanting to be, where you say you want to be, it's going to be hard for you with that mouth. Okay. And I don't just mean the mouth as in like your speech and vocabulary and all of that. What I mean is that mouth, that trap. Okay? Get those teeth fixed. Is it Medicaid? I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, whatever insurance you have, I'm sorry. I have no idea. Yeah. You already hit the like button. Is it Ryle or Real, whatever it is? Look, I'm gonna be real clear up in here, guys. Don't start none, won't be none. Because I'm not, and it's fine. If you want to get your one off, go ahead, but you already know what's gonna happen. Okay. Retail therapy. We're gonna probably do that later this afternoon. I don't know. I don't have, you know what I mean? I don't have to shop on payday. I hate to sound like a snob, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really my thing. Like, oh, I just got paid. Let me just go buy something. I buy all the time. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and it's not like to brag or sound rude or, you know, to showboat. It's not even like that type of party because I don't have to, you know, I mean, I feel like a lot of you guys are just like me. You work, you pay your bills, you get a paycheck, you save a little money, you got a little bit of credit, and you go and shop and do what you want to do when you want to do it. My moves and actions are not dictated around a direct deposit. Sorry. I know some people it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Make that clear. But that's not, you know, I'm just going to be real. And that's not, you know, I don't do that. But I will possibly engage in some retail therapy today. So hit the like button. You hit the Erica, you hit the like button. I know you did. Okay. You know what I'm saying? When you like, yeah. But you know, today's yeah, and today's just Friday's the day everybody's out. I don't like doing that. So especially with Corona, you know, I don't like to be out and about in everything with Farrah because we're not trying to get Corona up in here. And I know it's serious. Well, Nicole Harvey says, I hit the like button because they are too much. I don't enjoy their content. They are nasty to people and think it's cool and funny, but it's not. It's sad. Yes. Yes, Maria. Yeah, I got some stuff in my basket on Amazon. I'm just trying to decide like what I actually want and what I don't. Um, Sherry, you have to travel during Corona. I mean, guys, look, it's kind of like I think they operate a little bit like a stun gun. You know, they come through and they do the shock and awe. And I think people are so like, well, damn, people don't even know what to say. And because when you operate in truth, and then you've got people who just say whatever the hell is on the top of their mind, I think it makes people just kind of recoil and just kind of like, whoa, okay, whatever. It'll stop. They'll go away, but they probably won't. Because like I said, if you go back in time on these two's channels, these two have been trying so hard for so long and have gone nowhere. But they found a sector of busybodies, and I'm just gonna throw myself in there. You know, we're probably all a bunch of busybodies up in here and love to ha kiki, and it floats. Now, hold on one second, guys. I just want to tell my daughter to go ahead and get on back on her Zoom. Hey, Farrah, it's almost 2:20. It's Zoom time. Specials. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I don't want to yell in your ears. Sorry, which I already did, so I apologize. Okay, babe. Okay. She's like, I'm already on the computer. I just said, you know, this is just ridiculous. I mean, and I was watching Erica's video. I watched it yesterday and I actually commented and you know, because I've actually talked about Erica for a little minute and she said it best. You know, there's a lot of people who do a lot of damage control around here. People will lie, stories get confused, people come in at the tail end, people are rallying for their favorite, they don't care, they've got you, you know, and it's just, it is what it is. And YouTube is all about, you know, for the most part, and it's true, this is a business. So it's about money, it's about jockeying for position, it's about bragging rights, it's about a lot of things. And for you guys that don't really understand that, because a lot of times people will say, yeah, this is all entertainment. Well, what is entertainment? Entertainment is a business. Entertainment makes money. And people are creating false narratives around people to knock you down, not only to make money, but even sometimes just to steal your audience. You know, oh, I knew she wasn't real. Yeah, she's fake. What the fuck? How do you know who's fake and who's real? How do you really know? But how do you know they're not real? How do you know they are fake? Like the other day, I'm thinking to myself, they got an email, and I'm thinking to myself, well, who would have emailed them? Like, why would someone email them something like that? Well, no, nobody emailed them. And if someone did email them, it's probably somebody who doesn't like me either. Just because someone creates an email address to create a troll account on YouTube, you think that they're above creating a troll account to write a fake email and say a whole bunch of shit about me? My God. Because just as I was saying, like, you know, just because they paid her and got a hold of someone else's relative who went into the comments a couple of times, you know, be it someone's daughter or allegedly someone's brother, you know, doesn't mean that somebody emailed you about me. And even if they did, these people don't know me. I don't know if it's somebody's ex-wife. I don't know if it's someone's ex-girlfriend. I don't know who it is, but they definitely don't know me. And I don't care who they say they talk to. Yeah, Sherry, I agree with you, but there's people who aren't even making the bread yet. They're not even getting crumbs. So when the crumb snatchers are out here, you know, when they initially came through and started cutting throats, they weren't making any money. And they created enough bloodshed to get monetized. And because there was enough people that just did not like enough people, including me. And unfortunately, you know, because I think, you know, really at the time, because I was vlogging and reacting, it probably really hurt me. Um, which is why I split my channels last year. And I don't know. But I think it really shocked a lot of people when Love Lies and Lace Fronts did what it did, which was get monetized in less than 4 months. It really would have been less than 3, but I got my channel struck by Chrissy, and it delayed me some weeks because I couldn't get my channel verified, and Corona had just started and all of that stuff. But luckily it went through fast enough that I did get it verified and monetized and everything. But the fact that I went from a channel in 9 months and then a second channel in 3 months, there's people in a certain clique who comment a lot over there at the crumb snatchers, who some of these people, if their life depended on it, have not been able to get 1,000 subscribers and can't muster up enough hours. And that's not to be like tea and shade. It's just facts. They can't. And it's not because they don't have the ability. I'm certainly not saying that. It's not because they don't have, because you can actually literally point a camera to a wall and watch paint dry and have 1 million views. You can put on new age music and get, you know, get what you get, right? There are people out here, they just can't do it. They know so much. They talk so much. They comment so much. And they lie so much. They hate so much. They're doing so much. and criticize, but you still have not made a dime on YouTube. You haven't crossed the 1,000 threshold, because instead of spending time in your own backyard, you're over in other people's backyard, just. So I don't know what you mean, Anna, like what Ileana did. Like Ileana just going and getting her own channel together, or what do you mean? I'm not sure. I don't know enough about Miss Ileana. I just know that she was in a world of trouble a couple weeks ago, and now she's just still making her money. She just got monetized. She'll be making money soon. Yeah, Sherry, I don't want to stop what I love. I mean, I really enjoy YouTube. You guys know that I have a whole vlog channel. Of course, this channel does better than my other channel because people like the tea. But, now that some people also like me, they find me interesting. They like my family. They want to get to know me. They're going over to my other channel and they're looking at some of that content. And they're kind of like, oh, this is fun. I enjoy it. Um, you know, Look, Maria, and it's possible they could do that. Hey, Kiki, it's possible they could do that, but be yourself. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying hate ass shit like, well, I just live where I live because I'm going to get what I know I can afford. And why do I have to show off? Well, you know what? Hey, maybe other people get what they can afford. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't work, don't have a job, and live off welfare and maybe child support checks, and maybe like you get a check for your, I don't know, your craziness, I have no idea, then maybe that's what you can afford. When you have a job that pays you a certain amount of money, and then you have a husband who has a job that pays him a certain amount of money, well, then we get a house that we can afford. And who's to say that this is showboating? Because you know what? This is not showboating. Showboating would be that I actually showed you the boat. I haven't even showed you the boat. You guys have seen literally 3 rooms. You've seen the living room, you've gotten a glance of the dining room, you've seen some of the kitchen, and you've seen my office. You guys haven't seen shit. Y'all haven't even been upstairs. Well, Rial, that's debatable. Okay? Like I said, there's channels that have cameras pointed at walls with paint drying. So I'm sure with a pulse, you could figure it out and find your audience. Okay, so do it. I wouldn't worry. At the very beginning, what I'm going to tell you is this. There's something for everyone. And I'll just kind of leave that right there. Maria, and it's not even so much like putting out on the forefront my blessings. For security purposes, I mean, I just can't. I can't even, when we moved into this house almost a year ago, when we bought this house, when we closed on this house, I had just sold a house that me and my family lived in for over 13 years. Well, myself and my dog, we lived in it for 13 and a half years. My husband, of course, he wasn't living with me at the time that I purchased the home, but we lived in that house together for a long time. I'm trying to think, because if I say the wrong amount of years, people are just like, oh, you're lying. When did so my sister and her husband got married in 2009. So we moved in together, I believe it was 2009, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even remember anymore, guys. Yeah, Farrah was born 2011. It's like put the 6, carry the 1. But yeah, it's like if you say the wrong thing, it's like, my God. So yeah, August of 2009, we moved in. So we lived in that house just a little over, I guess, 10 years, something like that. It's like I'm exhausted right now. And the people that bought the home were investors, and we couldn't even move out of the house with any peace, because the minute that we moved, the people that bought the house were like, just, we had less than a 3-week close, and we had a shifting closing date. It's a long story, but basically they had to wait for another house to close. Initially, it was offered up as a cash deal, a cash close, and I think they bought another property in between. We still don't know what happened, but I know that when the original close date came up, they said that they were waiting for another property to close. And we're like, but wait, you said it was a cash close. And they're like, well, it will be a cash close, but it's now contingent upon the sale of this other house, which it just wasn't a contingent on sale offer. It was we've got the cash, here's our bank statement. And for all of you out there who are like, wait, but they're in breach of contract. Of course they were in breach of contract. And we could have canceled the contract, but then we would have lost this house. Okay. So we were at the mercy of these people to close. So the original close date got shifted a couple of times until we finally closed. And it was like almost a week later. So it turned to like a 2.5, 3-week close, ended up like a 3.5-week close, which was fine. But I had 2 big, like 20-foot pods in the front of my house. That if you guys look hard enough in some of my old vlogs, you'll see in the for sale sign in front. But when I would do outfit of the day, there's a couple of videos where I just went ahead and blurred it. And then there's a couple where you can actually see like a pod over my shoulder. But I didn't want any of the trolls to see. I also didn't want people to know we were moving, because the house, of course, was listed. And, all those things that people don't necessarily worry about. Guys, the noise you're hearing is not my stomach. I'm not farting. It's my dog. She's like, gosh, Mom, are you having to tell this story again? Yeah, get the likes up, Bush Watchers. Let's get to 100 right now, because I think we can do that. I mean, we can probably get to 105. But yeah, guys, maybe I'll try to find a couple of videos, because I think it's kind of funny. One of my good friends, Kiasha, happy birthday, Kiasha. Kiasha had her birthday the night before last, or the day before last, rather, on the 19th. Kiasha is 40 fine. She's a good friend and has been extremely supportive. She's a member. She's one of my day ones. People always say, if some of these people on here who don't have any day ones, they probably don't have any friends. I've got some day ones on here. I've got people, Jennifer, one of my good friends. She's known me. We've known each other. We see each other. It's been over 30 years. Kiasha and she was my first college roommate. Jennifer was my first friend I met in college. And that was when I was at one of the CUNY schools. Any of you who are in the New York area and know anything about the city universities of New York, not to be confused with the State University of New York. I went to City College for a year on 138th Street in Convent. So when you guys get up to a 105, we will continue with the TT. But for right now, y'all gonna hear about my dad dropping me off. My dad was a physician at Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx, and he used to drop me off on 145th Street. And was it Convent? He used to drop me off at 145th Street, and I would walk down to school. And I had a Black Studies teacher. It was I forget what it was. Jennifer, if you're listening, drop in at any time. But it was Professor LaRock. And turned out this professor actually knew my mother, and he was Haitian, and he knew my parents. And when he was doing roll call the first day, recognized my last name and asked me if I was any relation to the Prospers that he knew, and I was. And anyway, long story short, Jennifer and I sat next to each other. Jennifer came in late that day, sat next to me, and let her tell it. I was kind of signaling to her. Yes, it was LaRock, not Levesque. She says I was signaling to her to sit next to me because she did look very kind of cool, like city girl. And I was just kind of like, yeah, come sit over here. And she did, and we've been friends ever since. So she's one of my day ones, and I've got more. I've got people who come through here that have known me since kindergarten, guys. And I'm not saying that they don't have a bad thing to say about me, but you know, my clique is loyal. And if there's any dirt on me, I'll tell it before they will. Trust and believe. So there's no secrets here. There's just shit that's none of your business. So when you think my team, my real team, is not listening, oh, they're listening, but they're at work, or they're working. They're somewhere out in this world flossing. They're living their lives. They're not concerned because they know that I've got it. But just understand that, this thing is deep. And you people out here who think you want to like bring up dirt on me and try to think that I'm trying to cover something up and you can bring me down a peg or two. Let me tell you something. I am so down to earth. I am so down to earth. Yeah, we used to hang out. Jennifer, I have been so open about telling people, like, gosh, some of these girls, I definitely give them a lot of credit, because when I was in my 20s, yeah, we were out having a good ass time. Okay? We were out having a nice time, enjoying life, and not worrying about raising babies. So I always, like, give credit to where it's due, and understand that a lot of these girls who are out having a good time now and may look a little neglectful, or that they're not doing what they should be doing for their kids, it's because they probably want to have some fun. They've been raising babies and changing diapers and taking care of kids for a long time. When I was in my 20s and my 30s, I was having a good time. And then when I was ready and I met the right guy, that all stopped. So look, people who think that they're going to tell shit on me to try to embarrass me or humiliate me, like, think again. There's really not a whole lot that you can say to make me feel anything, because number one, you don't know me. And number two, my feet are firmly planted on the ground, and there is no pedestals here other than the ones that you put me on, because you were impressed by me. You got caught up in me. You thought I was something. You called me goals. I don't know, when you figured out that I had blood running through my veins just like you, and that figment of your imagination came crashing down, or you just got pissed. I don't know what it was, but whatever it was and whatever it is, isn't my problem. Okay? It's not my problem. Yeah, everyone's life is different, JB. I mean, we're God, no. I don't remember. Why did your parents come to the tunnel, Jennifer? Anyone from New York, do you guys remember the tunnel? Or are you too young for that? Too young or too old? We got 102 likes, friends. Spill how to. Okay, let me think. Okay, so where was I in this story? But yeah, Quinn. Back to you, Quinn. Because they were being. I don't remember, Jennifer. But yeah, let's not tell everybody everything. Yeah, we got to save something for another day. Yeah, because we were just having fun. The music was so good and so loud. No, I'm back to spilling some tea on the crumb snatchers. Quinn was at the hospital. Is that where I left off? And this is no fun story that I relish in telling. I mean, I don't really, there's no fun. There's no winners in this, okay? But, Quinn wants to try to make herself seem, I'm telling the story of the cloud chasers, Jen. Yeah, don't even worry about it. And childbirth alone, I mean, gosh, there's nothing fun about that. And I can only imagine just knowing, having my wonderful husband sit next to me and be there looking into my eyes while they are pulling our beautiful daughter from under my ribs and sewing up my stomach muscles, and him washing our daughter for her first bath and handing her to me so that she can feed off of my breast. Okay. Am I pouring it on thick enough? Being there alone, I'm sure, was very sad and lonely. Just like, thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. It's like you wrote it for me. Thank you. It was sad and it was lonely. And I'm sure it was probably somewhat degrading. When was the hospital 3 times with nobody but Jackie? When was at the hospital 3 times with nobody but Jackie there? I do believe that Jackie is her. Jackie is her mother. Jackie is her mother. Okay? Jackie is the mother. Okay? In my Maury voice. All right? Now, 3 times, I don't know. I know about that last time that she documented on film for us. Okay? Jackie dropped her off. Quinn went up into that hotel in the hospital. No, this was like a year ago almost. I'm gonna pull the video. She probably privated it already. If she was smart, she probably put it on private. But then again, if she's really smart, she'd leave it so people can watch it, and maybe that'll help her channel. But I don't know if these girls are really smart. I know that they're very strategic and whatever. Everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, she was alone. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up, because there's nothing wrong with being alone, and there's plenty of women who have children alone. But when you lie and say you have a whole husband and in-laws, yeah, maybe the kids have grandparents, but yeah, you're not married to homie. Okay, Mr. Craig, you're not married to him. All right. Okay. Okay. And Jackie, you wish that someone wifed you up. Jennifer, remember the video where Jackie was talking ad nauseum when I put that video, the other video out about her? And when Quinn got home, she probably was like, shit, Mom, why did you do that? And took that thing down, privated it so quick. Because I called her out. I was like, I didn't even know what I knew, but my discernment told me this bitch is not fucking married, because no man, especially even a Southern man, no man's gonna let your wife out there cut an acre of yard unless you've got a riding lawnmower. No decent man. Yeah, I'm finishing up because I had that Cash App giveaway, and girl, they just get on my last, I wouldn't say they get on my last nerve. They got my attention, but they're just so stupid. And then people believe them. And then they're, it's just, it is what it is, Jennifer. But like I said, I'm almost done and whatever. No, it's not a trophy. But they think it's a trophy. Ooh. Kiki, don't do that. That's one of my good friends. We're not going to do that. But yeah, it's not a trophy, but it's for some reason, like I said, the only pedestal that I'm on is the pedestal that they put me on. I don't put myself on a pedestal because I'm married. I put myself, I hold myself up to a certain standard because, yes, true. Thank you. The hostess with the mostest. Okay, everybody. Yes, true. Thank you. Jen, you're good. It's just, yeah, I don't think it's a trophy. Now, these tricks think it's a trophy. Oh, is there another Jennifer? Okay, guys, Kiki. Kiki, I've known Jennifer for 30 years, so I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure what's going on. Jennifer, what happened? Okay, guys, we're never going to finish if you guys start arguing in here. Why did Kiki tell Jennifer to be quiet? And why did okay, I'm done with that. There must be. Yeah, I don't know. And Mean Mabes put Kiki on okay. No. Mean Maids, my bad. Yeah. And that was the right thing to do, Mean Mabes. I mean, we got to be, look, we can agree to disagree in here, but we don't have to be disagreeable. President Obama, right? Do you remember that? We don't have to agree. How did President Obama say it? We can agree to disagree. We can disagree, but we don't have to be disagreeable. I think he said it like that. However he said it. Anyway, guys, okay, what else is the rest of the tea? I got tea now. Because Jennifer is telling you to ignore. Cease. Oh, okay. Okay, and I got that. And I got all that. Yes. I just want, if you guys take anything away from today, what I want you guys to know and remember is just because nobody is saying anything about something doesn't mean that we're ignoring it. It doesn't mean that we are acknowledging it as true. It doesn't mean that we are just laying down. It just means like you're irrelevant. And, at a certain point, do you make someone relevant because you talk about it? No, I think whatever is relevant to me on any given day that I feel like talking about, that if you really want to get to know me, that's on my heart. If this is not the topic for you, then it's not the topic for you. You know what I'm saying? If dropping a little bit of someone's secrets is just an added bonus, well then so be that too, right? But these people are toxic. They are truly, truly toxic. They are liars. They fabricate the most mean things about people to make themselves feel good. These are people who are miserable at life. They may even feel like they have lost at life. They may feel that for some reason, whatever I'm doing and saying, I shouldn't, because I've often been told, like, you're at a certain stature, like you're punching down. You shouldn't be talking about this, that, and the third. So I don't get to talk about Megan Thee Stallion, or I don't get to talk about Strong Mommy Chrissy channel because I work a corporate job? What sense does that make? I'm bringing a different perspective. Look, everyone doesn't have to be rah-rah, team six boomba. Everyone doesn't have to do that. You know, if you are a Strong Mommy Chrissy supporter and you think that she walks on water and sprout wings, good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all of us are just short of what we need to get into heaven. And this experience right now is what we're doing to get there. Okay. No one's better than anybody. And to think that just because I'm talking about, oh yeah, she went for a drug test and I don't really believe it, or she says she has a pod because she got evicted from her home and I don't believe it, or I think she lost all her stuff, or, she should be a little bit more responsible with paying her bills. You don't think that someone should say that, but it's okay to say, girl, go bust it down for the fifth guy this month since you've moved to Houston. Like, is that responsible? I mean, I'm at a certain age. I'm not going to tell a younger doll something that I wouldn't tell my friend. Why would I make someone think something that's not real? And why would I get on my channel and be phony? Like, y'all don't have to listen. If you guys think that I come from like up here and I'm talking down there, then don't listen. Right? If I'm a snob and on a pedestal and I'm a effing B, don't listen. If it makes sense and you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, then welcome. Okay. Yes, and you came in just on time, Miss Geigel or Guy. Or, oh, is that Gigi? Hey, Gwen. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Oh, and Gwen, thank you. I don't know if I formally thanked you for that little love, for the love offering that you sent to me via Cash App. I certainly, I didn't have my volume on. I could have been getting Cash Apps all this time. I have no idea. Let me just check my account and see. And Courtney, I will get you your Cash App shortly. I guess no one's been putting my ooh, I just gotta thank you, Jennifer. I love you. Dream Cake, thank you. This may not, like, all you positive dolls out there, I'm gonna call you guys dolls today because I love you guys. And I've said this before. I love all of you. Now, today, there's some of you I don't love at all. I have no love for you today. But because, hello, STL, how are you? I was about to say, and speaking of love, shouts out to my awesome husband. But STL, thank you for coming through. I really appreciate it because you're a good guy. And I'm going to say this, in a room of probably 182 women and one man, well, maybe two men, one in the bushes, my husband's working. I appreciate when a guy comes through, has something constructive, productive to say, isn't domineering in their presence within a sanctuary of women. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's much appreciated, STL. I think we appreciate you. You give your opinion, and you're very respectful. And I thank you for that. Because unfortunately in this environment too, it's all too common that there are men out here who are absolutely out of order. Period. And I'm going to just leave it right there. And if it flies, let it apply. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Ebony. You're so sweet. I love you. Kiki, you're fine. No, she wasn't being Kiki. Like I said, Jennifer's known me. Jennifer and I, we were, Jennifer and I, we've known each other we've known each other maybe 31 years, 32, maybe even. And I've known her for a long time, so we're good. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone can tell me, hey, chill on a certain topic, you know, I appreciate that, because she wouldn't want me to do something that's going to hurt myself. And she's my you know, she's definitely a loyal and trusted advisor. Hey, Sofa Time. Guys, let me just clear something up too. Sofa Time lives where? She lives in Texas, okay? Your girl lives in North Carolina. Now, anyone who is spreading rumors about my family and Kel's ought to be ashamed about themselves, okay? About themselves, for themselves, and to themselves, okay? Kel's is a family woman. Kel's has been nothing but kind to me. And I'm going to tell you this, my husband has no time to talk to anyone but me and the people that we love and care about, one of which, of course, is Kel's. You know, I certainly care about Kel's, and she's a beautiful family. But let me tell you this, the people who are spreading rumors about any kind of inappropriate relationships, like, it's just dumb. I mean, at the end of the day, you people know nothing about what's going on in any of our homes. And I'm not even going to like substantiate it with going into any further detail because it's so stupid. But I just wanted to give a shout out to my homegirl, because Kels is a single woman out here. And for someone to be so slanderous, to talk about Kels in such a way, to make her seem other than a good woman who wouldn't do something behind a friend's back, I'm going to just stand up and just make sure that I set the record straight and not make it okay by not saying anything at all. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on in my household or people that I associate with. Kels is a good woman, and I'm not worried about Kels. And I'm certainly, if you don't know anything about me, you know this. Francoise is not worried about her husband, girl, because my husband comes home. He does what he's supposed to do as a man and as a husband and as a father. So there's no worries there. And Kels is a good friend. So ladies, you know, let's set that record straight, okay? I just want to make sure that we all know that Kels is a good girl and she's a good friend. So period. All right. But you guys got to stop maybe believing everything that you hear, because I know the people in this chat don't believe what's going on. But there's people out here who want to believe the worst about me, and that's fine. You know, you don't like me anyway. But I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate the minutes, because the minutes pay. They pay. The views pay. It doesn't matter if you subscribe or not. I mean, you can subscribe, you can not subscribe, as long as you're watching. That's the most important thing. And for that, I thank you very much. You know, keep doing what you do. You don't have to subscribe. You can come through, watch these good long lives, and then if you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. You can go ahead and drop something in that Cash App right there. I appreciate that too. As far as the TT, I don't know. Do you have any TT you want to drop, Reese? Or is there anything? I mean, I think the most important thing today, because, you know, I can't drop everything all at once. What I'm going to say is this. You know, people who want to talk about others who don't have high school diplomas and need to stop. People who want to talk about other people's looks, who look casket ready all the time, who don't know how to do their eyebrows, who don't know what good makeup is, whether good makeup comes from Walmart, good makeup came from Ulta, or good makeup came from Neiman Marcus. At the end of the day, if you don't know how to beat a face, you don't know how to beat a face. But if you look like you got beat in your face, that's a whole nother story. Now, if you look beat up in the face, you don't need to be talking about nobody else. If you suffer from bad body, you don't need to be talking about anybody else. If you got blue hair and you are over the age of, let's just say 12, I would say, shut the fuck up. If your mama does a shitty ass job at doing your individual box braids, have several seats. And if you have to lie about being married 3 times to cover up for the shitload of baby's favas that you have, you might want to shut up again too. Now, I certainly appreciate you tipping your hat and saying that you have a lot of respect for me as a as a as a reactor, and I thank you, because I also know you have a lot of respect for me as a woman, because you see me doing my thug thizzle out here, and you see me also getting my wife thizzle on, and you see me also driving every day to that job. And you know, Corona changed a lot for a lot of people, but understand, Corona didn't stop any bags. Corona actually created more bags. So don't you worry your little ugly head about me, okay? Because we are good over here. And I mean good, okay? So again, this might be the source of lots of videos, but it's okay, because as you guys have seen, the numbers grow and they keep growing. The subscribers grow and they keep growing, because when they come through here and they see, oh, well, she doesn't even talk about them. She actually talks about some stuff I actually am interested in. And she's got like a different perspective. Like, oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, and yeah, she's got a whole nother channel where she actually like vlogs and gives tips and tricks on how to grow a channel. Because I've been asking some of these tramps how to grow a channel and they won't tell me shit. But yeah, they probably don't know, because she actually gets more views than them. And damn, she's got like half the subscribers. My God, what? Shit, let me subscribe. Look, y'all have gotten me more subscribers. You guys have increased my time, and I appreciate it so much. So on that note, to all my haters who really are appreciators, gosh, guys, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for getting me monetized. I appreciate it, because the more y'all keep me in your mouth, the more y'all keep this good up in y'all's mouth and teeth and between your teeth to cause you cavities, because it's so sweet. I appreciate it. Just know, but I'd appreciate it even more. Just, you know, you guys can hit that Cash App. This is not e-begging. This is straight up asking. Y'all owe me. Go ahead and pay me. Pay me what you owe. And then we'll be square. Other than that, you know, I don't really care. But I'm going to tell you this. Like I said on Wednesday, you want to talk? I can talk. You want to tell secrets? I can tell secrets. You want to make videos? I can make videos. Make no mistake. So on that note, guys, I'm just going to end it right here, because it's almost 3 o'clock and your girl's exhausted. I'm tired. And that's it. I don't know if I will take some questions at this time. I'll take some questions. If you guys have any questions for me, anything that I can answer, but Jackie 155,000% is the mother of, I mean, look, there's no mistake that when you see these children, how they all look alike. They look alike because they have the same mother. Okay? Mother. How it's so unbelievable to us that you can have a woman who allows another woman to deny her as her mother. Well, that's just some old, and gosh, guys, if you live in Florida, don't be mad at me. But you know, weird shit happens in Florida. And specifically, you know, in that panhandle region, okay, I'm not really sure that the armpit, I'm not really sure what is going on. But let me tell you something. Those people are weird. And for Quinn to play along, and then for Quinn to sit there and have her not only deny her as a mother, deny her as a daughter, differentiate between her black children and her mixed children. Meanwhile, Quinn went out and had mixed children just to make mommy love her just a little bit more. I don't know. There's some real, that's a whole dissertation. I mean, there could be a whole psychology unit drop down at that household, at the Jackie and Quinn show household trailer, and do a whole damn case study top to bottom at the dynamics of what the fuck is going on in that goddamn trailer. Okay? Weird shit where they're playing music like ding 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 ding. These people are strange and I don't like it. Okay? But I don't have to. There's plenty of people out there that do, and you guys can love it. If you guys like it, I fucking love it. Okay? But I still won't be watching. Okay? With the red walls, with the bad red walls. Red walls were in style probably in about like the late 90s to 2000s when people were really buying that red paint because people wanted to, like, you know, throw, like, remember on HGTV, throw some color on the walls, put some color out here. Oh, Quinn smokes cigarettes. I bet you that's not all she smokes. I mean, we know her brother smokes that good weed. We know they do. We know they do. And Jackie's sitting up there trying to talk about her husband told her to get out there on the porch and damn near masturbate in front of the neighbors. And that was her husband actually filming her. Meanwhile, when we went to the videotape on Wednesday, we can practically damn near see you holding a selfie stick. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, lady? Come on now. Look, Jackie, when you get your high school diploma, maybe you might be able to match wits with me, but you can crack all the fucking one-liners you want to. Don't let me get started, all right? You can say all you want, but my stuff is based in truth. You're just fantasy fiction, shitty ass jokes. So you can say all you want. You can call me fat. Fat like goes away after a while because at the end of the day, your girl is beautiful. I got a big natural black ass. I got a whole fine ass husband. And no, it's not a trophy, but damn it, let me tell you something. I'm happy. He's definitely not a trophy. He's definitely he's a blessing is what he is. Okay. I've been blessed to be able to have this part of my life, to walk in this world with somebody who cares about me and who loves me and who gave me a baby and who wants to take care of me. Okay. So it's certainly not a trophy. I've been blessed to have a best friend who wants to take this ride with me and cosigns on my little bit of crazy. Okay. But that being said, you take every chance that you get to like make jabs at me and say all kinds of stuff about me. But at the end of the day, you can take your whole ramen noodle decorated anti-glam trash box trailer and shove it right up you and Quinn's ass, because I don't care. I don't give a shit about either one of you. You guys are ugly pieces of shit and I can't stand you. And if YouTube decides not to monetize this video, that is okay, because I've spent 1 or 2 hours not having this much fun. Cussing you guys out and probably thinking about you guys in the trailer probably losing your minds right now. You in the bathroom trying to start up the camera to think of what comeback that you can say, and you just can't say anything. If I were you, I would just have a seat, forget this happened, and don't talk to me. Because if you do, I'm going to rail on you one more time, and this time I'm not going to hold back. Okay? And that's just facts on facts on facts, rolled in a whole lot of truth and a virtual punch in the face. Okay? The demon-possessed contacts, yes. Yeah. All of them need to return them. Return to sender. Guys, let me tell you something. All of our women out here, Black, white, Asian, Latino, you guys are perfect just the way you are. We are all perfect just the way you are. Whoever you are, whatever you are, embrace it. We all have very rich histories and heritage. where we come from, it's not all pretty. Some cultures dominated others. Some cultures took advantage of others. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And we are where we are. But at the end of the day, we made it here to this chat room today. And as individuals, the more that you can love on yourself and accept who you are, whatever that might be, that makes everything so much better. So, yeah, a little bit of irony and hypocrisy at the end of a dragging, but it had nothing to do with race. It had everything to do with one woman talking to another woman, talking to another woman and another woman. Okay. But, you know, if someone decided that they wanted to come and talk to me woman to woman, they could do so. I bet you Quinn will never tell you that I actually did try to reach out to her on Google Voice, because I was like, what the fuck is the problem? Like, you guys made a truce with Nisi. You guys have made truce with other people, but you guys won't make a truce with me. Like, what have I done to you? Okay. Other people have dragged you up and down the YouTube, but they'll never tell you that I reached out, that I actually sent an email. This was months ago. This is probably 8-9 months ago. I'll be damned if I send an email now. And bitch, you can't get me on the phone. Try. Because I'm done. There's no coming back other than just shutting the fuck up. But if you can't do that, whatever, because you know what, I don't have to either. But just understand, just like you get emails, I got an email. And the funny thing is I said, you know what? There was once upon a time in my life when I could go to sleep and wake up and just have some knowledge. Call it whatever you want. I would just wake up and be like, I got it, or I know what I have to do, or whatever. And I had a conversation yesterday, and I was talking to two people on the phone, and no sooner did I hang up the phone, my computer, because you guys hear it, ding, and it was an email. And this person or this email confirmed what I already knew. Because a lot of what I talked about back in November and December, it was just stuff that from observing, from watching and seeing, I put together on my own. I was like, that bitch isn't married. She's cutting her own fucking lawn. What man, what black man, what white man, what man, period, what man lets their wife go outside and cut a whole big ass yard, but an asshole. But I don't even see an asshole. So she must not have an asshole at the house. She don't even have a husband. But she said she did. So, okay, I was like, okay. Now, Quinn says she don't live there, but she sure is there all the time. And that's not your mama? Who is she to you? Bitch, that's your mama. That's your mom. You look just like her, and so does your brother. Okay? But now y'all look like your father, too, because I've seen him. But he's married to the Filipino lady, and they have like a 6-month-old baby. But that being said, you know, it was just stuff that I could just see that I was just like, wait a second. Did you see that? They live in a trailer. But you're talking about my house that I owned on my own, that I purchased with my own money, that I ended up living in with, you know, eventually with my family for almost 13 years. And now we were blessed with good jobs and savings and things to be able to buy a new home, a bigger home, a better home, a newer home. But you know, they had to talk shit about my old house. I couldn't even celebrate moving into my new house. And then we had a couple of family tragedies, one after the other, I mean, my God, it was, you know, we had 2 deaths in the family, very tragic. And then we had another family emergency after the first of the year. And it's like PTSD. It's like when you get hit back to back to back with tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, you almost are just afraid to pick up the phone because you never know when that next call is going to be that something horrible happened. And we never really got a chance to really celebrate. And just as we are moving in and kind of things are calming down a little bit, you know, Corona happens that kind of shut us all down. And, you know, don't, you know, it's like, don't cry for me, but my God, I never, for as many times as I felt like I needed to talk about something, I never got on here and asked you guys to feel sorry for me. I never asked you guys, I never even told you guys really what was going on, because I'm a firm believer in smiling through adversity. You know, I'm a soldier. Okay. Soldier in the, you know, they say soldier in the army of the Lord. I am a soldier, and I stand up and we keep it moving. And I have a daughter that needed to stay on a regular schedule because we had a lot of stuff falling down around us, a lot of people who needed a lot of support, and a lot of positivity and prayer. Nobody had time to be fooling around with y'all. And I just kept it moving. And these people are vultures. They're vultures, and they're horrible, horrible women. And that's it. I don't want to keep piling on. You guys get the picture, and you guys know who I'm talking about. And, you know, that one who, like I said, wants to drop tea because her own husband is going through his own thing and had to go turn himself in and get bail money together. Keep in mind, boo-boo, my husband was arrested and released in hours because I don't have to fill in the blanks, but he also was released on his own recognizances. If you guys need to hear more about what I'm just saying, it's at the beginning because I don't even feel like repeating it. I don't have the energy. But yeah, he didn't have to go turn himself in anywhere. I mean, at the end of the day, let's see, somebody's, did I just get a text? Thank you for the Cash App. You guys are awesome. I just leave all my little Cash Apps right in my Cash App account because I'm saving for something very special. Guys, I may not have said this before. I think I'm going to have a Zoom party for my birthday. So any of you guys who want to get on Zoom, who aren't going to be bashful, I may set up a Zoom because I think you can have like a lot of people on Zoom, and I think it would be so much fun. If not, and no one wants to do it, I'm not going to bother. Because StreamYard, you can have up to 10 people, but it starts to mess up when you have a certain amount. But I want to have like enough capacity. So, did I say I was a Christian? I mean, I am a Christian, but I'm not, this isn't a Christian show. I just happen to be a Christian on this I don't give a F Friday. Okay, Deborah? So I don't know. I don't know what the reference is about there. They very well could. I've never even questioned their Christianity. They very well may be Christians. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? There's demons in the pulpit. Okay. I mean, we've seen that, girl, 3 weeks ago. I mean, I'm not calling that woman a demon, but damn. I mean, we've had many a colorful pastor and even priest. Girl, I was raised in Catholic church. Okay. We are humans here on earth. We are fallible. We are put here to demonstrate the will of God, but we fall short. That's the test. So, of course, anyone who is superhuman is not of this world. So all of us are going to make mistakes, and all of us are going to fall short. It's just who resists temptation, you know, at that time. You know, who's gonna just try to have that perfect walk. And, you know, all of us fall short at one given time, you know, and even these women, they are despicable. They are nobody I want to be friends with. But they very well may be Christians, but, you know, like I said, I don't care. I don't care. Their salvation is of no reference to me. I don't care. I don't care what they do. If they love the Lord, then they need to look in the mirror. Okay. Yes, Platinum Fox. Yeah. I mean, for me, I could just say it's been my whole life. I mean, I spent my whole life, you know, in church, but I'm not perfect. I got a sassy mouth and I'm on these YouTube streets. So I'm not perfect by any means, but I do know God. I do, you know, I know him. I know him. So anyway, guys, once again, you guys are awesome. And I appreciate you guys so much just for indulging me this afternoon. And I know it's the shits and the giggles, and I love all of you guys. And we have fun out here. Let's have it be fun. But when it gets really personal, when we're having to pull up and threaten and people feel like they need to call police and all that kind of crap, that's when it's not fun anymore. If someone has to call the sheriffs on you, that's not cool. But yeah, Darlene, you're saying yes to Zoom. Good. Okay. I'm probably going to do something where maybe it can just be like a RSVP. I mean, look, whoever wants to come. I don't care. Like, if everybody's on mute, it's not like you're going to ruin my good time. But, you know, one by one, if somebody wants to come on and wish me happy birthday or do something, I think it'll just be fun. You know, I'm not planning a meetup. I'm not, you know, I just want to do something with this community on my birthday, because I think my birthday is either on a Friday or a Saturday this year. I can't remember. I think it's on Saturday, September 12th. And we have a lot of September babies. I think there's 2 or 3 people in here that are September 11th. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I keep hearing people talking about doing Zoom. I really want to have a birthday party here, but I'm so afraid of Corona. I don't know. I don't know that we're going to do it. See, look at all. So it can just really be like a Virgo birthday party. We're celebrating all Virgos. And then I would say if your birthday's in September, you're a Virgo, please email me with Virgo in the subject, Virgo birthday party. That way I can have a list of all the Virgo birthdays and email addresses so that you are featured on the Zoom and we can call out your birthdays. And you can either tell us how you're celebrating or we'll be celebrating, and we can shout out the birthdays and just do something fun. And I know Tasha's birthday is in September. Her birthday is the week after mine. So yeah, I mean, a lot of us have September birthdays or Virgo, you know, Virgo starting as in tomorrow. So yeah, guys, your girl's exhausted. I'm tired. But yeah, you know, I'm not here to, I can't. So if you say you Virgos are a trip, yeah, you know, girl, the Virgo men are just, they're crazy. Virgo men are interesting. I'm just going to put it like that. And when I just went, you know, kind of like oh my God, interesting. Some are very intense. I'll just put it that way. Extremely intense. So guys, I'm going to end this. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for indulging in the foolishness. But, you know, this had to be said. Hey, Anna. And not to be trusted. Yes, Virgo man, girl. You guys are funny. Oh, wait a second. Did you guys see this? Hollywood reporter Lori Loughlin husband sentenced to prison in college admissions scandal. So you guys remember the Hollywood people who were paying money for their kids to get into certain colleges? Lori Loughlin and her husband Massimo Giannulli were both sentenced to prison on Friday for their part in the 2019 college admissions scandal. Lori Loughlin and her husband Massimo were both sentenced to prison on Friday for their part in the 2019 college admissions scandal. Loughlin was sentenced to 2 months and fined $150,000. Assistant U.S. Attorney Justin O'Connell opted to cheat so her children could steal 2 admission spots from capable, deserving students, according to reporters who monitored the Zoom hearing. Loughlin reportedly cried as she addressed the judge. I'm truly sorry. I'm truly and profoundly and deeply sorry. It's so amazing how people are so sorry. They're so profound. She's truly. So I am truly. That means I am not lying. And profoundly, I really mean it. And deeply from the bottom of my heart, sorry. Like, if that's not the shiftiest lie I've ever heard, if I am truly, profoundly, and deeply sorry, I'm ready to face the consequences and make amends. Bitch, no, you're not. You were just trying to sound like you were owning up because your daughter stopped speaking to you. She, according to the girl, probably didn't even want to go to college, and she was a YouTuber, her daughter. Giannulli was sentenced to 5 months in prison and 2 years of supervised release, during which time he must complete 250 hours of community service. He also offered to pay a fine of he also offered, isn't that mighty rich of you, to pay $250,000. Giannulli reportedly must surrender on November 19th. Assistant U.S. Attorney Kirsten Kearney said Giannulli's conduct in this case evidence is in complete disregard for right and wrong. He went ahead of the scheme not once but twice, she said, according to the reporter. The Full House actress and fashion designer Giannulli initially pled not guilty, then accused of paying the head schemer $500,000 to get both of their daughters into the University of Southern California. They were set to go on trial in October. However, in May, they reversed course and pled guilty of conspiracy charges in order to cut a deal. 5 months behind bars for Giannulli, 2 for Loughlin. Loughlin, who's 56, pled guilty. The high-profile couple, along with 48 others, were arrested by federal prosecutors in Boston. I mean, why is this a big deal? Some of you might be asking. I don't know. Like, rich people problems. You know why this is exactly, someone said rich people problems. You know why? Because like they said at the beginning of the article, 48 families took opportunities away from your kids, potentially my kid, from going to a good college that actually really deserved it because they lied and said that they had credentials that they did not have. Now, does this happen all the time? It probably used to, but now maybe it won't. Okay? These people are stealing the opportunity for your daughter or your son to get into the University of Southern California because they got extra cash. But your son went to football practice every day to maybe earn a scholarship or potentially get good grades and go to the debate club and fill out applications. But because dad can write a check for $500,000 and take a couple people out to dinner, you didn't even have to fill out an application. You were just sent a letter of where to report to and when, because your parents have money. And that's not right. So all these people are with criminal records and limited in their abilities now because of, trying to get something that you really don't deserve. I mean, if you've got all that money, get your kids tutors and let them earn their way in like everybody else. And if your daughters are so dumb that they're not qualified to go to college, that you want them to go to, well then shit, maybe they don't want to go. Or maybe they don't want to go. Maybe it's not that they're dumb. Maybe it's just that they are not interested. Like these two, they have two daughters, one of which was a YouTuber. And I don't even think she wanted to go to college anyway. She wasn't even really doing anything. So she was going to school, and I think she had just taken a semester off, which she had literally just started. She didn't even want to be there. And they're paying money for her to be. So once again, guys, back to Wednesday, I think I said this. They wanted more for her than she wanted for herself. They wanted the college education for their daughter more than their daughter wanted the college education. And now look what it's doing. It's ruined their reputations, and they're going to jail. So anyway, guys, for the third time, I love you guys. Have a good afternoon. I'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you for everyone who watched today. I really appreciate it. For those of you who watch on the playback, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like this live. And don't forget to hit that description box where you can find information on how to tip this host. Okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Guys, you're awesome. Have a good day, and I am over and out. I'll see you guys.